to ask you, what was one of the biggest things that you felt as an athlete that you struggle with your coach?
I wouldn't say me personally. Like I would say just from experiences. Like I played for a fiery coach in college. Like his name Frank Martin. I don't know if you South Carolina head coach. And just the way that he interacted with every player, like it was the same. And some players, they can't handle it. You know what I mean? It's too much for certain players, and certain players crack under that kind of coaching. You know what I mean? So just I think through experience and being in different organizations, different like playing overseas and playing in the D League, like the best coaches are coaches that are able to adapt with their players and not coach every player the same. You know what I mean? Like that. Those are the best coaches, and those coaches get the most out of their kids because it shows that they're really in tune to what's going on and in tune to each player's personality. Like that's how you get the most out of your players. And I just want to say, like, I appreciate y'all being here though. Like that just goes to show, like, y'all want to be better coaches. Y'all want to take that next step. Y'all want to help y'all kids grow. Like, much respect to y'all for that though, for real.
Thank you.
What about you?
Same thing he said, like, just y'all being here show that y'all really care about the kids and stuff like that. For me, you know, I had a bunch of coaches where they did coach me the same way as everybody else, and it wasn't good for me. It didn't allow me to flourish and stuff like that, but I did have a few coaches. Actually, Keith Stevens, he's my agent now, you know. We had a relationship since I was 14 years old, and he helped me to blossom and to be the person I am today. So, coaches like that, I mean, that relationship sticks forever.
So I know that you guys have been playing basketball for a long time, and from childhood to your adulthood right now, I know you have faced some challenges, right? How do you feel like you coped?
I would say I cope, like, I got my family though, like, you know what I'm saying? We got each other's back, like, if anything go wrong, I know, like, I got them, like, you know what I mean? Like, so that was my coping mechanism, like, them and also God, like, when something go wrong, like, I know I can call on God, like, I read me a scripture, like, to help me get through any situation or struggle I'm going through, and I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm searching online and just find something that's really correlating on what's going on in my life, so it's crazy how stuff works, but those really my coping mechanisms whenever I'm facing challenges or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I was reading through this. I mean, I wake up every morning. I do yoga in the morning. I do meditation.
Wow.
Love it.
And that kind of helps me stabilize and be able to kind of navigate through my day.
Meditation's so powerful, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I love meditation.
Meditation do a lot.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, I like those coping skills. What would you say to a younger athlete that's here, our only athlete that's here?
The winner.
Let's clap for him. Showing up. What advice would you give him as he tries to continue on his basketball journey, may struggle with practices, playing time, injuries, coaches? What advice would you give him in regards to that?
So basically what Mumu said, what Jerami said. Basically what Jerami said though, like, first thing is your mental approach to everything. Like, because in life it's gonna be ups and downs, it's gonna be challenges. And if you work on your mental aspect of everything, it'll help you whenever you face anything that's discouraging to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you work on your mental, like, even though you may have times where you feel like, damn, I can't get through this, but when you mentally strong and mentally prepare yourself, you're able to face any challenge and you're able to overcome it. But I just say, man, just keep your head down and just work. Like, don't focus on any outside noise. Like, you're gonna hear people telling you, like, man, he not good, he not that, but just control what you can control. And what you can control is, like, what you do on a daily basis, like your preparation, like working hard, you're lifting weights, you're studying, you're in the books, like, you being a good person. I think that goes a long way too though. Like what you give out, you get back. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're a good person, you've been good, you've been respectful, like, that's gonna go a long way with you. Like, it's gonna carry you on. You might not see it right away though, but like, eventually it's all gonna come back to you.
Yeah, Sammy, same thing you said, honestly. It's gonna be ups and downs regardless of where you at in life and what you're doing. Like, shit,
You good? You at home?
I even got ups and downs, you know, in the games and stuff like that. But like, just staying to it, just approaching every day the same way. Consistency, kind of building that and keeping your faith and everything kind of pan out the way it should.
You was up last night.
How do you, what is something you tell yourself? I'm really big on affirmations, right? And I had to tell myself today because you guys were coming here and I had to say, you can do it, yes you can, you can do it, you can do it, right? What do you guys tell yourselves as you may go through a up or down, where you may have a bad game, or you may have a situation at home that you're dealing with, or, you know, just a personal confidence issue that you may be struggling with, because we do know you guys are in the limelight all the time, right? What do you tell yourself? What affirmations are y'all using?
Shoot, my affirmation is just hard work. Like if I feel like if I put the work in, I feel like it's gonna show. Like, you know what I mean? That's my affirmation of like good game, bad game is like, if I just keep that same approach, just be consistent, like Jerami said, and my approach and everything like that, like it'll eventually work itself out. And I also learned something recently from my coach, like when you think you had a bad game, it's not as bad as you thought. Like, you know what I mean? When you think you played well, it's not as good as you thought. Like, you know what I mean? So like sometimes you just can't overthink it though. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta say, man, on to the next.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
you gotta learn to release,
You
right?
gotta learn to release, let it go. Like,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Like meditation, you gotta just breathe it out and just go on to the next.
How do you separate the sports from the outside world? What are you telling yourself outside of the sports piece, when you're just dealing with everyday life, wifey and different things like that?
Shoot, I just got the best blessing in the world right now. So I'm on like off the court, I'm on a high right now. I just had a baby. Like off the court, like right now, I'm just
blocking everything.
Everything
No
out.
negative
Like,
energy.
Nah, I'm not allowing that right now.
Absolutely.
I just want to give my daughter my best self, like every chance I get. So I'm not allowing things that happen on the court to like carry over into my personal life.
You know how to separate it.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
You have to separate the boundaries, because that can ruin relationships. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you carrying negative energy from something that happened here over here. It's just too much. You gotta let something go.
Oh, absolutely. That's called releasing.
You know, in working with athletes, you guys are savants with your work ethic. And I don't think the public sees that a lot. They don't realize that you're not just working hard, right? I work hard. I'm not the NBA. Right. I'm going through something right now. I've never been the second favorite Jerami in a room, and I'm struggling with that. So, but really, talk about that work ethic and where it comes from, how you continue to go back to it, even though adversity or your reality is telling you probably don't beat the shoe, but then you still go there and put in that work.
Yeah, for me, it started when I was younger. I think my parents did a good job instilling me the work ethic in me. So, I mean, my parents, my dad played, my uncle played. So it started at a young age, and I got brothers, so we're all competitors. That's where my work ethic started. I think what allowed me to be consistent with it is like my faith. So like, praying, going to church and stuff like that, kind of allowed you kind of to see where you was going. And like once you have a goal in mind on where you want to go, everything else is just filling in the blanks for me. So it's like waking up in the morning at 6 a.m., working out, doing whatever you need to do in order to get to the goal. So I mean, that's where I'm at.
I would say, just to piggyback off what Jerami just said though, like main thing is when you setting that goal, like stay with it though. Like, you know what I mean? So many people like set goals and they like, I'm gonna start next week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be really like firm in your goal. Like, if you set out to do something, try to accomplish it wholeheartedly. Like, give it your all. Like, that's the only way you'll know if it really truly will work. And like to my young man right here, I would just say like, if you set a goal, like go achieve it. Like anything is possible. Like we sitting here, we from the same area. Like I never knew seeing him as a young kid, he'd be the player he is in the NBA, Olympic gold medalist. Like I never knew that. Like, you know what I mean? I never knew we would be teammates, but like anything is possible when you just work and have faith in yourself. Like you asked about believing in yourself. Like that's critical in your growth. Like so many people going to try to discourage you and like tear you down. Like college coaches, like high school coaches, everybody. Like it's not everybody's job to like make sure you get the confidence that you need. It comes from within. Like you gotta really believe in yourself no matter what. And that comes with like working hard and stuff like that. Like when you work hard, you put in the work in, like you start to build that self-affirmation, like, yo, I can do this. Like you gotta believe, like I seen the ball go in when I was working out. Like when I get in the game, like I can do this. It's the same as my workout, like just taking them deep breaths and like really believing and trusting in your work.